Hello everyone. Today we will talk about how to have a high flying career. In order to reach the pinnacle of success, be it in your job or in your business, you need to be the best in what you do. You need to be at the top of your game. You need to be at the top of your performance. Now, what it takes for all of us to be successful, what it takes for us to be at the top of your performance. Let's try to deep dive. What are the steps we have to go through so that we are the best performer in whatever the field you work on? Be it sports, be it career, work, or business. Let's try to deep dive. If you look at it, there are 8 steps involved. The first step being you need to know your why. What is your life mission? What are the core values or the code of honor governing? Because unless you know your life mission, you will not be able to passionate, you will not be able to focus on your current job. You need to understand what is your life mission. Then you accordingly you need to convert those into long term, mid term, and short term goals. And you can always apply our smart framework in order to do your goal setting, whatever the goal may be, maybe the long term, mid term, or short term. The smart work framework, it has 5 different stages. S stands for specific. Your goal needs to be specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for achievable. R stands for realistic. And T stands for time bound. Now, once you set up your goal, you need to do a self assessment to understand where you currently stand. Because unless you know where you currently stand, you will not be able to reach your goal post, be it in short term or in long term. So, you need to do a self assessment of your strength, of your weakness, and the career goals that you have set for yourselves. And when you do that, you do a gap analysis. And that gap analysis tells you exactly what are the actions that you need to perform in order to fulfill or bridging the gap. And you can at this point of time you can always do a what if analysis. If you would have filled up or fulfilled these gaps, what changes that will come in your life? Will it lead to have a great career? Will it lead to have a higher paying job? Or will it lead to have a better work life balance? In fact, if you do your what if, that will propel or that will motivate you enough to reach your goal quickly. Then you need to come up with your action planning in order to cover the gaps, in order to address the gaps. And once you come up with your action plan, and of course, the action plan can also be based on short term, mid term, and your long term goals. And once you finalize your action plan, you need to start working on your action plan. And at this stage, these are all the few actions a individual needs to take. The person needs to have or build the growth mindset. The person needs to work on mind and body. And this is where we talk about how do we have a growth mindset so that you as an individual you'll be able to work on the procrastination, you'll be able to work on productivity, and you'd be able to work on working on self, basically the self development part of it. You'd be able to work on your skills. It may be technical, it may be functional, or it may be communication. Those are all the softer aspect of it. And and of course, you need to focus on the process part of it. And the process part of it, it involves having a morning ritual. daily ritual as well as before you go to bed. And the process itself is not enough. You need to have the right environment or the right surroundings of people so that you have an accountability partner either in personal life or in professional side life, so that they encourage or they motivate you enough so that you are able to work on your goals incrementally. Then comes, how do you track your outcome? And there are metrics or the KPIs we'll come up with. Based on that, you would see whether are you making the incremental progress on the goals that you have set for yourself or not. And the last step being continual improvement. At times, whatever the actions you may have taken or whatever the action plan you have called out for yourself, maybe those are all the actions you may not be able to take some of those actions. So you need to do some fine line adjustments so that you are able to make incremental progress towards your goal post, short term, mid term, and long term. And of course, you need to track while you make these continual improvements or fine line adjustments. So this is something what I wanted to talk about in today's session. So what is important each in order to be a successful performer, be it in your job, career, business, or wherever you are, you need to be the best at what you do. You need to be the at the top of your game. You need to be at the top of your performance level. And once you follow these steps and once you put this into action, and once your body, mind, and soul they all come together, and once you have the right surroundings of people to support you, to motivate you, then you'll be able to achieve your or you'll be able to reach your goal post much quicker, much easier, and you become a one of the best performers in your team, and it may give you whatever you wanted to get in your life. So this is something what I wanted to talk about today. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please do share below this video. Thank you.